Welcome to the first ever episode of NewsWrap, where we will be having a look at what's happened in the past 2 weeks in Thailand. What's made the headlines, what hasn't made the headlines, and, well, what's really just quite interesting. 2018 started off literally with a bang. Well, 10 to be exact, for Thai rocker Sek Loso, due to his unwieldy behavior.
Days before the new year, Sek whipped out a gun and fired 10 shots into the air after his concert at a Nakhon Si Thammarat temple and streamed it on Facebook. Residents and police weren't pleased and vowed to bring the gun-touting rock star to justice. With arrest warrants at the ready, officers entered Sek's house on New Year's Eve, only to have him threaten them by telling them he had a gun.
Say hello to my little friend!
And Sek, being Sek, played it all live on Facebook again. Eventually, he was arrested to face charges of unauthorized possession of a firearm, shooting a firearm in public, resisting arrest, and drug use after he failed a urine test. While behind bars, he even helped get 3 police officers into trouble and later sent to inactive posts by posing for some friendly jailhouse pics.
Well-known luxury Bangkok massage parlor Victoria's Secret was raided by the authorities on January 19th, suspected of human trafficking as well as underage and forced prostitution.
The raid followed a tip-off from a 12-year-old minor who had been forced into working at the parlor. Of the 113 women escorted from the parlor, authorities found 3 were under the age of 18 and 25 may have been forced into sex work through human trafficking. As authorities continued to investigate the parlor's operations, they found a ledger that included the names of over 20 official figures who had received free food, alcohol, and sex. A number of arrests and charges have been made, among these several police. Former massage parlor tycoon Shuwit Gamonwisit even appeared on the scene. Turns out the parlor was his back in 1989, and he was brought in for questioning about the establishment's current ownership. The Department of Special Investigation and the Anti-Money Laundering Office, meanwhile, have been busy tracing the parlor's money trail.
Scam artists have certainly gotten off to an early start in 2018. There has already been hundreds of reported cases of scam and millions of Thai baht lost by the victims. But police have been busy. They've already arrested hundreds as well.
The scammers call random people posing as someone they're not. They typically pretend to be a person of authority or a high-ranking official, such as a prosecutor, judge, or anti-corruption official, and use tricks such as saying, "We found drugs in your mail," or "Your account has been frozen due to your involvement with drugs," or even a line message and grave warnings from the anti-money laundering chief himself. To make it look as legitimate as possible, the scammers mask their phone number, so it appears the call is being made from such places as the Bank of Thailand or the police or the post office headquarters. Then there's the romance scam, in which the victim is duped into falling in love and eventually is scammed out of their money, land, or other assets. One recent victim, with the first name Nisha, who lost her wallet on a bus and a few months later received a call from the bank to say there were strange movements in her account from abroad. Investigating this herself, Nisha found an imposter had opened a new bank account on her behalf in China, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. 10 bank accounts have been opened under her name, and one of these then received money transferred from another scam victim who'd been romanced into buying land. Nisha was arrested and spent several days in jail before she proved her innocence and was released. Police were able to finally arrest the gang behind the scam. So just remember, if you are ever asked by someone to transfer money or valuables, do exercise caution or even doubt. Do some checking and find out what you can about that person. If you ever lose your ID card or any type of official identification documents, report this immediately.
CCTV footage have shown inexcusable acts by one horrible man, but we certainly hope we will not see any of these acts happen ever again.
In the shocking scene, the man lashed out and kicks a young child passing by. There is absolutely no excuse for this, particularly the cowardly one this guy gave when he said he was stressed out.
And that is it for today's episode of NewsWrap, looking back at what's happened in the past 2 weeks. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll be seeing you.